Hi there, and thank you for watching. I'm Tim Elliott. The man who died in a house fire on Sunday in Janesville has now been identified as 69-year-old Eugene Stewart. This fire happened back on May 10th on Locust Street in Janesville. When firefighters got there, heavy smoke and flames were coming from this home. Stewart lived on the top floor and was pulled out by firefighters. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Crews say the home did not have working smoke detectors. The cause of the fire is under investigation.